Well, hi, this is Teresa. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I have a couple of new inks, and I cannot be the only one that has ever purchased inks because you were just intrigued by the packaging. So these are new to me. They're glistening inks, and I do not know this story at all, but Matthias and Layla are Wearingeul inks, I do believe, and we're going to give them a swatch. So this is last year's Tomo River paper. It's an undated Hobonichi, and I do it on this paper, and then I have this Good Impressions paper that I also ink my new inks up on. And then I'm going to be having a new process, or I'm new to this hobby, so I want to have an ink journal that's a little more organized so I don't have to madly flip through this, although I do admit that I love the feel and the sound of looking through my ink journal. So let's go ahead and get our swatching tools together. I have my River City Pen Co. Nib holder that I love, my Colorverse shuttle nib, the stainless steel one, the ink. I have my little ink pots off to the side. I did a video on that I'll link in here, and my paper. And then this is just a muddler with a spoon on the end that I got from Fountain Pendulum, and you can tell I've been inking pens today too. So after this, I'm going to be doing a currently inked video. So let's get going. So let's start with Matthias. This is Cry or Better Yet Beg is the book. This is a glistening ink, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake here. You think somewhere it would say, yeah, it is Wearingeul. So, okay. Oh my goodness. I think I've told you all before, I use these little grippies. If I have a ink bottle that's being difficult, ooh, almost had to walk down and ask the husband for a little assist on this one. All right, so this is Wearingeul. Ooh, this is a nice dark color. When I zoom in, I always manage to zoom too far. Okay, Wearingeul. Matthias. And let's do the swatching. I guess I didn't need to actually rinse that off because I'm going to do it in one more type. Well, it's got a little purple to it, which is nice. Let's make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I just like to be a little random when I do this. Maybe I didn't get enough of the glistening up here. I'm going to put this off to the side and bring in the other paper, because sometimes it's nice to see what it's going to look like on a cream paper as well. And I do have a page here. Let's put a little ink blotter behind it just in case. First things first. And then I like to practice getting the different lines. Didn't do so great with that, but oh well. Let's get the swatching done. I'm going to give it a little stir down here. See if I get a little more of the shimmer on this one. Okay, that's a really pretty dark blue shading towards purple. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like when it dries. On to the next one. Okay, next up is Layla, and boy, it's got some really nice gold shimmer to this one. So I'm curious how this is going to come out. The other thing I've been doing as I explore my inks is I've been using these multi-use labels. They're removable Avery labels, and I've been doing a little swatch to put either on top of the box if it's a box that is a white box, or on top of the bottle. And so, boy, you can even tell the shimmer in this. So I've been doing that as I move along with my ink journey here. So, boy, they didn't want those to come undone. And then I put a clip on here too, just to hold my page open. Here we go. This is Layla. There's a learning curve with these, that's for sure. And then fill up my ink bottle. Give it a little stir down here. Oh, I got some good shimmer there. Yeah, you might not be able to tell there, but I can see it glimmering like Tinkerbell right there. I'm going to do the little swatch on the little Avery label here. I try not to get a ton of ink on here, but I don't know about you. Sometimes it's just really hard to tell what color is in the bottle. So at least it'll give me a little bit of a idea of what it is. Okay, put that off to the side to have that dry and not fall off the desk would be nice. And then I'll bring this one up. Yeah, I think you can still see this from there. Ooh, I almost had an ink catastrophe there. Give it a little, boy, it settles a lot in a big hurry. And I don't worry too much when this paper feathers, because it isn't the great paper. I've had no problem this year with the Tomoe River paper in my Hobonichi journals. Still in frame? I think so. Ooh, yeah, I can see the shimmer here too. And it's just fun. I have said before, I love watching ink dry. So I'm going to watch this ink dry, and I will be back to show you what it looks like when it's dry. I am not the most patient of people watching ink dry, but this is pretty dry. And again, I bought these inks because I got an email and I thought, oh my gosh, those containers are beautiful. And I've got to tell you, I am a Wolverine through and through, so maize and blue are my colors. And the colors are just as pretty as the boxes, which is something to say. So let's look first at the Good Impressions letterpress Tomoe River paper. This is Matthias, and you can tell that almost teal aqua glitter that runs through it. Very legible, and just, it is stunning. Then here is the Layla, and it's got the gold glitter running through it. Tinkerbell would be impressed with the amount of glitter that came out of this. I think it's very legible too. If I was journaling with this, I wouldn't have any problem at all. So let's look at how it did in the Hobonichi Tumble River paper, as I have a avalanche at the side of my desk you can't see. And then this is what I do with those Avery index tabs. You can even tell the glitter on the top of this. These aren't quite dry, but it really does help when you're looking in the top of your ink box. I will keep these in these beautiful boxes, and I didn't want to put the labels on here, so for obvious reasons. And then I always like to swatch in the Hobonichi Tumble River paper because this is what I use for my daily journal and my 5-year journal. And frankly, I want to look and see what it's going to look like in my journal. So it's going to look beautiful is what it's going to do. You can still see the teal in this, and then the beautiful gold in this. So I am just so impressed with this ink. I think it's gorgeous. I'm going to probably put it in a pen next month because I've got quite a few inked up right now. Maybe try it in a medium, so maybe some of that shimmer will come through, or glistening as they call it. I almost want to go and find this book, and I think I am going to go find the book and see what this is all about. Cry, or better yet, beg. I think it's a manga. We'll see. And I think maybe, I don't know what this van is, but I think these are going to be fun inks to play with and to use. So I'm going to get this published, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the video and maybe explore adding these inks to your collection. Off to Currently Inked. Thanks for watching.